Hello, everybody, the people who speak English in our social channels. This is a little information regarding the new the new course we will start on the 11th of April. Uh, this is just to tell you what you will learn in this particular workshop of 2 days. The workshop is regarding the TMJs, the craniofacial system, and the rest of the body. And that is important to understand that there is a connection between the cranio-mandibular disorders and the static postures. When we're talking about TMJs, we think we are talking only a simple joint, but this simple joint is part of our craniofacial system, and that is very important to understand, just to do the diagnosis and to also program the treatment. In this particular workshop of 2 days, you will understand how you can treat your the craniomandibular disorders in an holistic way. Craniomandibular disorders can affect the muscle change, and as a consequence, the static posture of the body when it's chronically. That is very, very important to understand the NPR concept in diagnosis and also in treatment. When we're talking about craniofacial system, we normally do not understand what it is. And that craniofacial system we involve the joint, the cranial, the sutures, and the occlusion of the teeth all together are part, and also the TMJs, all together are part of the craniofacial system. And when this system have a dysfunction, and that it will affect chronically the whole body. The dysfunction of the craniomandibular systems generate always a dysfunction over the muscle change, creating hypo or hyperactivities that over time also can alter the static posture of the body. And that's very important to understand. This joint, it is not a simple joint. It's part of the lower jaw, and both are part of the craniofacial system. This particular joint, when we have a change in the position of the condyles for different ways, they can alter the posture and can have chronic pain. In this system, we have a connection with the cervicals, the trigeminus, the tongue, the hyoid systems, all these things where we do not have a good function, we can create chronically a muscle change domino effect to the rest of the body. Obviously, that is chronically, it's not in only 1 minute. And when we have a good position of the jaw, we will have a good function in the craniofacial system, and we can have a good body posture. That's very important to understand. When we change the position of the jaw, we can affect the posture, we can affect the oculomotor system. As you see there, when the jaw is changing the position, it's affecting the posture. It's affecting the whole posture, hypoconvergence, and we can have unilateral convergence, we can have bilateral convergences, hypoconvergence alteration, and then all of them can alter the posture of our body, and that's very important to understand, to do a diagnosis, and also to plan in the treatment, just not to treat the TMJs. We have to treat in an holistic way the dysfunction of the craniofacial system. And that's very important to understand. How can affect. We have a connection with the joint system, and when the jaw is changing the position, it's creating bruxisms like a defense. That defense chronically can create muscle hyperactivities and also chronic postural alteration, and obviously chronic pain. When we have a changing of the position of the jaw, that means TMJs, we can increase the pressure inside the joint, and that is a very, very negative effect for the joint. And as a defense, very, very wrong defense, very bad defense, is destroy the teeth with bruxisms too, because we have dangers in the TMJs, and for that reason. Changes of the jaw position increase the pressure in the TMJs, alarm signal and bruxisms, and then chronically muscle effect. This hyperactivity on the top slowly can create a lower hyperactivity, and then obviously chronic can arrive also to the foot support, another more important receptor of the posture. This bruxisms as a defense is a very bad defense, who is creating a long, during the time, a domino effect through the muscle change with chronic pain and injuries. A common misconception is that the bruxism is caused by stress. That is a very, very wrong concept. That's very wrong. Bruxisms is not caused by stress, but chronically, obviously, it causes stress in the body. The jaw position is very, very important. When we change the position like this, we can create hyperactivity in the cranial muscles, in the neck muscles, and slowly down, we can create adaptive scoliosis. And then it's very important to have a good diagnosis of these things. The symptoms, the main symptoms are headaches, dizziness, loss of the balance, noises in the ears, cervical pain, diffuse muscle pain, tiredness when walking up, difficulty in sleeping, tingling in the hands, lumbar pain, mandibular click, and deviation of the jaw when you open and close. That's very common symptoms of the postural disease also. And the diagnosis is to study a good postural diagnosis. In the postural diagnosis, you can see what is happening. The posturometric diagnosis also, you can understand, measuring what happened in the body, what happened with the occlusion of the teeth and the rest of the body, and you can understand a lot of things. The treatment is just to do an holistic treatment, starting for the deprogramming of the jaw. The bed, the body equilibrium device, is a thermoplastic device, very easy to manipulate and to adapt, that can avoid the negative effect of the craniofacial system. A single device for all medical sciences. For medical doctors, dentists, physiotherapists, and osteopaths can apply this device to annulate the negative effect of the craniofacial system into the rest of the body. Very simple to use. And as you see, when you have a problem in your occlusion and in your jaw position, look at how from here to here, zero unbalance with the bed. Also here, zero unbalance with the bed. And all this and more you can learn in the workshop. Don't miss it. It's a very, very nice workshop. You see there the dates, and you can stay with us learning in 2 weekends, the 11th of April and the 25th of April, 3-hour classes for a very low cost, 35 euros. And you can understand the craniomandibular examination, the postural diagnosis, the posturometric diagnosis, the neuromuscular diagnosis. You can understand the clinical test. You can understand how to use the bed device, exercises, mandibular manipulations, and you will see a lot of study case. Don't miss that webinar. It will be very, very, very important webinar. I hope I can see a lot of you in this webinar. And we will do 3 webinars: one in English, another in Italian, another in Spanish. Different webinars. This is for the English speaking. And I hope a lot of you will be with us in this particular workshop, totally online, in 2 days. Very, very concentrated and very good development of the craniofacial disorders and postural disease. I hope I will see you, a lot of you. That was a presentation only, and you have there the link. The link in the I will write the link again. In this link, you can also register, and let me copy there. This is the link where you can have the whole information, and then you can register and pay for the webinar. Okay, I will see you when you will register and pay for the workshop. You will receive the link for registration in our virtual room, and then you can get the link to enter the date of the workshop in our virtual room, the NPR virtual room. I hope I'll see you, a lot of you, in this webinar, and have a nice day, and I will see you in the next presentation in our school. Bye bye, everybody.